Today, I am reviewing the ECOVACS DEEBOT X11S OMNICYCLONE robot vacuum. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you are tired of spending your weekends vacuuming and mopping, the new ECOVACS DEEBOT X11S OMNICYCLONE promises to be the set it and forget it solution we have all been waiting for. I have been putting this machine through its paces in my home for the last 2 weeks, and while it is undeniably impressive, it is not quite the perfect robot butler just yet. Let's start with the elephant in the room, which is that 30,000 pascals of suction power. In practice, this thing is a beast. I have a golden retriever that sheds constantly, and the X11S handled the embedded fur in my living room rug without a single hiccup. The ZeroTangle technology actually works. I checked the brush roll after a full house cycle, and I did not have to pull out my scissors to cut away hair, which is a massive quality of life improvement. If you want to see the current pricing or check out the technical specs for yourself, you can find a link below. The real star of the show, however, is the Bagless OMNICYCLONE station. Most high-end robots force you to buy expensive proprietary dust bags every month, but this model ditches that entirely. It is a much more sustainable design, and I found the self-emptying process to be consistently reliable. You do have to clean the internal bin of the station occasionally, but it is a small price to pay to avoid recurring costs. The mopping system is where things get interesting. Instead of those spinning pads that sometimes just smear dirt around, the OZMO Roller mop actually scrubs the floor. It is excellent for dried-on kitchen spills or muddy footprints. The TruEdge 3.0 system is also genuinely smart. It physically extends the roller to hug your baseboards, which solves the biggest weakness of almost every other robot vacuum on the market. It gets right up to the wall, leaving almost no gap behind. However, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. The navigation is mostly excellent, but it still struggles with thin, dark charging cables. I had a few instances where it got hung up on a rogue phone charger, so you definitely still need to do a quick floor scan before you start a cycle. The YIKO voice assistant is convenient if you are standing right next to the machine, but I found myself mostly sticking to the app. The app is feature-rich, but it can be a bit overwhelming with the sheer number of settings and customization options. If you are not tech-savvy, you might find the initial setup process a little bit intimidating. Another thing to keep in mind is the sheer physical footprint of the Omni station. It is tall and bulky. If you live in a small apartment or lack a dedicated utility closet, this thing is going to be a prominent piece of furniture in your room. It is not exactly an eyesore, but it is definitely not something you can easily tuck away under a console table. Who is this for? If you have a large home with a mix of hard floors and carpets and you have pets, this is easily one of the most capable cleaners you can buy right now. The combination of the roller mop and the edge-to-edge cleaning is a game changer for maintenance cleaning. If you are someone who keeps a very minimalist home with very few obstacles, you will love this. On the flip side, if you live in a very cramped space with lots of complex furniture legs, or if you're on a strict budget, you might be better off with a simpler, more compact model. You are paying a premium here for the automation and the high-end mopping tech, so make sure you are actually going to use those features before you pull the trigger. You can check the link below if you want to see if this fits your budget or to compare it against other models. Ultimately, the DEEBOT X11S is a powerhouse. It handles the heavy lifting of floor maintenance better than almost anything else I have tested this year. It is not perfect, and you still have to occasionally deal with maintenance like cleaning the mop roller or clearing a stuck cable, but it is the closest I have come to never having to think about vacuuming again. It is a significant investment, but for the time it saves, it is a very compelling piece of hardware for the modern home.